switch my view here. All right. Who has taco seasoning? Thumbs up. All right. How about apples? All right. Shredded cheese? It doesn't matter if it's mozzarella, the all white one, or the one that has cheddar in it. Okay, that's good. Spinach. This isn't something that everyone had to have, but if you have it, give it a thumbs up. All right, spinach, yes. We have shredded lettuce. Shredded lettuce. Okay. Giovanni, you're on a roll over there, man. You got everything. All right. How about tomato? Let me see. Okay. Is Marie's daughter, is that a thumbs up for sure? You got tomato? Okay. She looked unsure. All right. I see. All right. Demi's little girl, she got the cheese going. All right. Let's see. How about cilantro? Those are the little green leaves, tiny green leaves. Cilantro. Thumbs up for cilantro. I see 2 thumbs up. Chika, you got cilantro? Okay, it's all good. We could work without it if you don't have it. How about the tortilla wraps? I hope everyone has a thumbs up for this one. No! You gotta have tortilla wraps, they're big round circle. She's getting it? Okay, I see someone's hunting it down. Okay, awesome, Marie. We got tortilla wraps because that's important that we gotta make our wraps out of that. So let's see. How about oil? Oil? I got thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, oil, awesome. How about ranch dressing? I see the oil, Demi. Thank you. All right. Ranch dressing. Okay. Now this one was an either or. You could have gotten peanut butter or like a fruit dipping sauce to dip our apples in. It doesn't matter which one you got. If you got either or, is fine. How about cream cheese? Cream cheese. Okay, Chikai got it. Giovanni got it. Oh yeah, we got Demi's little girls and son. They got it. Perfect. And then we have black olives. Those are the circle black things. And don't worry, that's not going inside our wraps at all. We're gonna do something extra special at the end with these. I can't wait to show you guys. Okay, let me see. I think I got everything. I think we got it. Oh, and this was another thing just to wash our chicken with. If you have vinegar or lemon juice, either or will work really good to wash our chicken with. All right, so my camera person says that they are on the way, so I'm gonna have to make this work somehow. Just bear with me one moment. Okay. Oh, where's my camera? Okay, there we go. So what we're gonna start out doing, the very first thing that we do whenever we cook is wash our hands. So let's really quick go ahead and get our hands washed. And we're gonna start with clean hands, and then I'll let you know what we're making today, okay? So run really quick to the sink and just wash our hands with soap, get them really clean. Okay, hope everyone is back. And if not, it's okay, you guys could still hear me. Oh yeah, and you know what I forgot on the checklist? The most important ingredient, chicken. Hello, chicken wraps. Do we have a thumbs up who has chicken for our chicken wraps? That's awesome. All right. Let me make sure that we're all here. Okay. So the whole reason that we're talking about superheroes is because they have superpowers. And today we're making superhero chicken wraps to show you that each ingredient does something to our bodies that's gonna give us super extra human power. Some ingredients are gonna give us really, really good vision so we could see like Wonder Woman and whatever other superhero sees really, really well. Batman, I think, because he works at night, he has to, right? Otherwise he'll be flying into walls. And then, so our next step, we gotta do some food prep. So we're gonna kind of split into groups because one part of the food prep is gonna require using a knife. Now the knife is extremely sharp, so that you definitely wanna let your parents do this part, okay? So the kids, you're gonna do something a little bit different. And also one more thing, you know how we just washed our hands? Let's say that we need to sneeze for any reason or cough for any reason. We're gonna be safe and do it this way. Cough into your sleeve, okay? I know that we're so tempted sometimes to cough and sneeze into our hands, but we are actually working a lot with our hands today. So we wanna keep them nice and clean no matter what. So let's do a test. If you have to cough, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna do it like, okay? Over my shoulder, in my shoulder. All right. Okay, so next step for the kids, we need you to grab the cilantro, which is the tiny little leaves. That's for those of you that got them. The tiny little leaves. And if you grab one of them, hold on one second. One person just joined us. Welcome, welcome. All right, so if you grab one stem, this is what our kids are gonna be doing. You're gonna be taking off the leaves from that long stem, just like so, okay? And as soon as so you're gonna also wanna get a bowl to put the pieces in. That's for the ones that have cilantro. If not, we're gonna have to find something else for you to do. All right? So you're gonna basically get the leaf off the stem and start breaking it apart with your fingers. And we're okay because our fingers are nice and clean right now. So that's why we wanted to wash our hands. We're working with food, okay? So you're just gonna break it up into little pieces. So kids, you continue to go ahead and do that. Take the leaves off of the cilantro, break them up into little pieces, throw them in a bowl, just like so they're gonna look. All right? Now for the adults, we gotta slice our tomatoes. Slice our tomatoes. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna angle this camera so you guys could actually see me. And just so you know, the cilantro, those little leaves, that's something that works for our immune system. So it makes us feel not sick. We won't get sick if we eat enough of this. So that's the superpower there, the ability to stay well and healthy, which I think is the most important. Oh, we have someone that's not muted. Just a second.
Miss Mandy?
Uh-huh.
Giovanni wants to know if he needs more than this.
Yes, definitely. And you should break it up a little bit smaller than that because those are pretty big. So after you take it off the stem, just keep breaking it up in little pieces and just keep doing that.
Wait, you have to wash it.
Yes, sir.
Mute it, Julia, mute it.
Okay, make sure you mute back your phone. All right, let me tilt this camera down. My camera person is on the way, so I gotta work the best I can with I'm just a one-woman show right now, so you guys bear with me. All right, for the adults, we're gonna slice our tomatoes. And I already pre-washed all my fruits and what have you. So I usually just take off the little end part there. And we're gonna slice it all the way down, but we're gonna do thin slices because remember this is going in our wrap. So we don't want it to be like big and chunky where you take a bite and it's just all tomato. So really thin slice there. And let's go ahead and do the entire tomato just like that. All right. And our kids should be still working on that cilantro, which is gonna give us that immunity boost. We're not gonna get sick. We're gonna stay well because of that power in the cilantro leaves. Okay. And as for the tomatoes, tomatoes have the power to give us energy. So I know someone said that their favorite superhero was the Flash. This will be something that the Flash will eat. Tomatoes. Lots of energy, lots of speed, lots of fuel. All right, so see if we have any all right. Good job, Giovanni. I see you there busy at work. Okay. All right, and then for the one slice in the it's all good, Demi. That'll work too. You just one step further. It's all good. If you got diced tomatoes, that's good. All right. So for the ones that did the slice, we're gonna actually slice it one more time, which is slice it directly in half. So we're gonna get like a half a moon, I guess. That's it. Okay. These are gonna be perfect for our wrap. So that's the end result. You wanna have the halves. So I'm gonna do a, okay. Right now I'm just setting aside my tomatoes as I cut them in half. And then I have my cilantro in a bowl, which I think I have enough. I had to take my leaves off the stems before I met with you guys because I do not have a helper. You guys are very fortunate to have our little helpers that are taking off the leaves. Okay, and let's toss that aside. Let me, hold on one second. Just gonna clean my cutting board a little bit. Now, in terms of the apples, you guys could have get the pre-sliced ones that's already in the bag. That's good. That's very easy and simple. But if you got a whole apple, that's fine as well. We're just gonna slice that down. And what I do when I'm slicing apples, I try to just cut to get the anything but the centerpiece, because that's where the seeds are. So I just cut all 4 sides of my tomato. And then I just dump this middle piece. And then to make the tomato slices, I just simply slice down all the way. But we're making 2 different kinds of wrap. One wrap, if you think that the kids will like, is gonna include actual fried tomatoes. So if you think that you're gonna do that part of the wrap, then you wanna have extra thin slices of apples. 2 slices equal 1 wrap. So just kind of estimate about how many fried apple wraps you're gonna do. So 2 slices is 1 wrap. I'm gonna just slice a few. Okay. Right now I'm just slicing down these apples. Hopefully you guys did the easy route and got them in the bag. And if you did get them in the bag, and you want to do the fried apple option, you still will have to slice those just a little bit thinner, because those tend to be really big chunks that come in the bag. So just remember, 2 thin slices per chicken wrap. Okay, so my thin apples are done. I'm not even gonna worry about slices because I have the other one for the bag ones. So quick check in. How are we doing? We could either do a thumbs up or we could unmute ourselves and say we're good. We're good?
Yes.
Okay, got thumbs up. I got someone sealing. We take the ceiling as a thumbs up. I'll take that. Okay. So next we're actually, oh wait, actually, Giovanni, how much, did you get a lot of cilantro? I think you're the only one with cilantro. Or let me try to get him on this. Oh, that's perfect. What?
Yes.
You got fire fingers. You been eating tomatoes for energy over there? Wow, okay, that's awesome. All right, so next we're actually going to clean and season our chicken. So let's grab the chicken. I'm actually gonna have to go to my kitchen because I gotta get some water from the sink. And you guys are already 1 step ahead of me. Oh, I gotta. Okay, I just muted everyone just so we could hear what's going on. And then if you have, remember, either the vinegar or the lemon juice, go ahead and grab that, because that's what we're gonna wash our chicken with. I was hoping by now my camera person would be here, but it's all good. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work for these superhero wraps. And let's see, what am I missing? Okay, and we're gonna need that taco season close by 2.
How much chicken do we need?
That depends. I'm actually gonna show you so you have an idea. Okay. 1 second, Jeff. Gotta grab my cutting board. Okay. So I understand that we might not all have the same type of chicken. So basically we're trying to get a really, really thin slice, like almost like this. Really thin, because it's gonna cook super fast. So if you're like me and you got the big chicken breast, I'm gonna show you how to slice that down so that we have it thin and we're not like cooking chicken all day. Just a second. All right. So if you got this one, which is a huge chicken breast, you're actually gonna lay the chicken on the cutting board flat, like that. And then you're gonna find the center and just slice it all the way over. And for our adults now, we don't want our kids with these knives. They're super sharp. We gotta be safe. So that I just have a few I'm gonna do. Placing it in the middle so that we get a thinner slice. And if you made the mistake like I sometimes do in the store, which is pick up chicken tenders instead of the clumsy move, basically the tenders would look like, I'm not asking you to confess if you did something bad and got tenders, but it happens. If by chance you have these really, really thin ones, it's perfectly okay. You're gonna do the same thing, which is just slice it in the center so we get a nice thin piece of chicken. Oh yay, hold on. The person finally showed up. Let me wash my hands really quick. Just hang tight, you guys. I'll be right back. Keep slicing the chicken, parents. Can you see me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Am I on the mute? Can everyone hear me? Hopefully. Thumbs up, you guys can hear me? Awesome. All right, let's get back to this chicken.
Me to do it from over here? Back here?
No, come in the kitchen. All right. So I'm just slicing down my chicken breast. Like I said, if you have the thick one, this is what I was showing you. You just want to slice directly across. And then the next step, the washing of the chicken and the seasoning of the chicken, we're going to let our kids join us on that because it's going to be nice and fun. We're going to have this chicken nice and flavorful. And just so we get a head start on our cooking oil, even before we do the seasoning of the chicken, let's go ahead and wash our hands if we were working with the raw chicken. And I'm gonna put the oil, some of the oil in the pot so that I'm gonna put the oil in the pot so that we could at least, get that heated up for now. So just a second, one moment. Grab my oil. That's gonna help us save some time. As we're seasoning the chicken and washing the chicken, that oil is gonna get hot. For the oil, if I could get the top off. All right, so I just kind of estimate. So I'm gonna do like a capful, which is about the same as a tablespoon, you remember? Oh, that's the one thing I didn't do on the checklist was tablespoon. So hopefully you guys have it. If you don't have a tablespoon, just use the cap of the oil itself. That measures roughly about the same, see? 1 tablespoon. So that's a trick for you. So my thing is I want to coat the entire bottom of this pot. So I'm gonna just keep on going with tablespoons until I get the oil all around the pot. I'm not trying to do like a really thick layer where we're like deep frying.
Nancy?
Yeah?
Miss Nancy,
Yeah?
how many tablespoons should you put?
Of the oil?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just basically keep doing it until the entire bottom of the pan has oil on it. So
Okay.
if you see close, I don't know. Okay, you see how I have a spot here that doesn't have oil? And I have a spot here that doesn't have oil. I want to make sure the entire bottom of the pan has oil. So just keep on putting it. So we're not gonna put an exact like it. The problem is that you guys have different pots than I do. So you know, mine might need like 10 spoons, and you guys might not need that much if you have a smaller pot.
Maybe a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me see how we're looking. Okay. So if you see my pot, I basically got enough oil that I can't see any dry spots on the bottom of my frying pan. Okay. And then whenever you get to that point where you have your,
It's okay, Vina. It's okay.
oh, I might have to mute you guys. Hold on 1 second, just so that everyone could hear. Whenever you want to mute, you would. Okay, got it. Then close. Okay. All right. So I got my pan out ready, and it's okay if you're still working on it, okay? But you see that? My entire bottom of my pan has oil in it. It's not too much oil. It's not too little oil. And then I'm gonna turn my fire to just a medium high. Not super high, because if you go high, then it's gonna burn everything right away. So we're gonna go like medium. If you have the numbers on your stove like me, it should say 6. Or let me see what. So just medium heat. So anyway, we got our oil going, so that's good. I know that when I come back, that oil is gonna be nice and ready for me. So next, I want to wash my chicken. So you're gonna grab a bowl, and you're gonna put like I usually do a cup of water. A cup of either vinegar or lemon juice. It depends what you have. Or actually a half a cup, because I'm not doing that much chicken. So if you have the big cup measuring thing, then you just want to do half of vinegar. You throw that in your bowl. Okay, so just a half cup of vinegar. And then you're gonna keep pouring your water. And this is the same. If you happen to have lemon juice instead of vinegar, then you're gonna do the same thing, about a half cup. And then we're gonna almost fill our bowl. Our bowl is probably gonna be up to here, just before the top, because as soon as I start putting in that chicken to wash it, all that water is gonna start like overflowing. So actually, let me test it right now that I have it half full, my vinegar water. And then I'm gonna start putting my chicken in there. And what this does is we're cleaning the chicken off so that it's nice and fresh when we get to the point of cooking it. So let's get our chicken in that vinegar water. Oh yeah, I didn't have to fill that at all. This is perfect for my chicken. And oh, I don't even think that I answered the how much chicken you need. I am so sorry. I think it was Giovanni asked me that. I'm so sorry there. So basically, one of these pieces of chicken is gonna make one chicken wrap. So if you know you want to do 5 chicken wraps and one piece of chicken makes one wrap, then how many pieces of chicken do we need for 5 wraps? It's okay to unmute and tell me. Anyone knows that one? This is how we work in the kitchen when we try to figure out how much we're making. All right, right now, let's say I want to five chicken wraps, and one chicken does one wrap. So anyone know how many chicken pieces of chicken do I need for 5 wraps? 5. That's the answer. Oops, I have one more big piece of chicken. Let me go ahead and slice it. I missed it. So if you just want to do 1 chicken wrap, all you need is 1 piece of chicken. If you want to do 2 chicken wraps, you need 2 pieces of chicken. If you want to do 1 billion chicken wraps, you're going to need 1 billion pieces of chicken. So let's hope that if anyone's doing that amount, you have enough. So right now I'm just washing the chicken in the water. Okay? Now you might need your parents to come help you drain off the water. We got to drain off the water without getting without letting the chicken fall into the sink. So I usually put my hand over the chicken and pour the water out. And then I'm gonna fill it again with just water. And then I'm gonna pour the water out one more time. Okay. Uh-oh, I lost a piece of chicken. It's okay. This thing's clean. All right. I'm not actually gonna cook all this chicken. Not during the class at least. That'll take forever. So now we need to. I think we should actually wash our hands, because what I just did, if you did it like I did, then you have a bunch of chicken germs on your hands. So go ahead, grab some soap away from the chicken. We don't want to wash our hands into that chicken, then we'll have a soapy chicken. So go ahead and give your hands a wash. And the next step is we're gonna actually start to season the chicken, which is give it its flavor. And let's see, before we do that, let me see how this oil is doing. Because yeah, I could smell it as if it's where we need it to be. Let me just grab the apples. Okay. So those of you that are actually doing the part where we're actually frying the apples, that you guys are gonna do that in the hot wrap, it's totally up to you. The oil should be ready by now. Let me see. Oh yeah, I usually do a sound test for my oil. So I just put a tip of the apple in there. You wanna get closer and then show? You see how that's like frying and bubbly? That means my oil is okay. So if you're doing the fried apple part, go ahead and throw your apples in there. Just make sure that they're not on top of each other. Like each one has its own space in the pot. And these aren't even gonna take 2 minutes to cook. It's gonna be really, really quick. And like I said, you don't have to do the fried apple part. This is just something that's gonna add something really, really nice to our hot wraps. It's gonna add some sweetness. And later on, I'll tell you what superpower the apples give us. So, okay, we're gonna let that go. I'm almost afraid to walk away because apples cook really, really quick. But I think I'm gonna try my best to multitask. But you guys have to be with me. As soon as we say come and check the apples, let's do it really, really quick. Basically, the apple is done when I could stick a fork in it and I don't pick up the apple. Like right now it's not done because this means that if I put this in my wrap, it's gonna be a crunchy, big piece of apple. So I'm gonna give it literally probably 1 more minute. Oh, actually, if you're doing it, mine is already done. See how quick that took? See how I put the fork in it and I can no longer pick up the apple? That means it's perfect. Perfect. So let me really quick remove these apples from the heat. That's if you're doing apples. I know not everyone's doing it. And remember, two of these pieces are gonna make 1 wrap. I'm not gonna do the count that I did for the chicken because that's too much math for me. So I'm just gonna set these apples aside for when we're actually putting together a wrap. And next we're gonna do the fun part, which is the seasoning of the chicken. I always love seasoning chicken and getting it in that oil. So keep your oil going. Keep your oil going, and it's okay to turn down the flame just a little bit because right now it got a little bit hotter. So I would say just put it center down, the middle. Okay? Now for our chicken, let's go ahead and season it. So just grab a piece of chicken, put it on a plate. Okay. The only downside to me having a camera person, I can't really see where everyone is at. So, okay, now I'm looking at everyone. Can I get a thumbs up if everyone we're on the same page? Is everyone ready to, let me look at me. Is everyone just about ready to season the chicken? Okay, we got a thumbs up from Demi Chikai. Oh no, he's not ready. We got a thumbs down. And then Marie, we ready? Okay. All right, Chikai, thank you. Okay, that's true. We're gonna go ahead. All right, so now grab the taco seasoning. Remember the taco seasoning? Go ahead and grab that packet. And also grab your tablespoon measurer, which, hold on 1 second, I have a clean one here because that other one I put oil in. And each side of this chicken, we're gonna do a half of tablespoon. Okay, so we're not gonna fill it to the top now, just half. So you could either scoop a little. Pouring it will be a little bit difficult. So this is what I consider to be a half of a tablespoon. It's not completely to the top. And then we're gonna take that and go over the chicken and sprinkle it all over the one chicken. Okay. And I'm gonna do that to each side of the chicken. So we're gonna do a half a tablespoon. on each side. So as soon as you get one side covered with a half a tablespoon, then you go ahead and flip your chicken over, and we're gonna do the other side. Season it just like that. All right. Half a teaspoon, or tablespoon, my bad. Half a tablespoon. And I know that in my invite, I told you guys a good way to like think of measurements even if you don't have a tablespoon. For me, I always think of a tablespoon as the size of 2 quarters. So just 1 second. Where's my quarter? You know it's a coin shortage, so I gotta hold on to this baby. So anytime you do it, like let's say you don't have a measuring spoon at all, then you just use the size of 2 quarters, okay? You just get your seasoning to that size round and do that twice. Okay, let me hide that quarter. Take extra care of it. And money always has germs. That's why I'm washing my hand again. Okay, I hope that everyone's caught up with the seasoning of the chicken. I'm actually gonna do a few more because remember, one piece of chicken is 1 chicken wrap. And I would actually like to do a little bit more than that. Okay, so let me just, ooh, that's a thick piece of chicken. How we doing on the seasoning? Everyone doing well? Remember, what is it? Did we get a thumbs down?
Thumbs up, everybody.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, good. And anytime we have you guys on mute, you just remember we signal with thumbs up and thumbs down if we
Yes, Chikai. Yes, that's the taco seasoning.
Okay, I'm still. All right, Chika, you guys, did you find a measuring tablespoon measurer? Is the one that has the letters T, B, S. I know you can hardly see it on this one. Is the big measuring spoon? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. I know our time is different because some of us are doing more reps than others. I know that I at least want to do 6 reps because so I'm gonna season 6 pieces of chicken. But it's totally up to you how much you want to do. All right. Now for me, my chicken is completely seasoned and ready to go into that oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. And actually, even some of my chicken pieces are so big, I might even be able to do more reps than I think because this is huge. It depends where you shop. But my supermarket isn't paying me to advertise, so I'm not going to tell you guys where I got the chicken from. They're going to have to pay me for that one. So anyway, now that you have your chicken seasoned, I usually put the fat side, the meaty side down first. Like one side is gonna look super flat, one side is gonna look more round. I always put that side down in the oil first. And you could do it either way, that's not mandatory. I just do it that way because I know that that meaty side takes forever to cook. So I want to do the difficult piece of chicken first, the difficult side. Oh, can I fit them in here? And when you're putting it in that oil, you guys be careful. That's when you need your help from your parents, okay? Let's not put it in the oil without help from our parents. And I'm gonna turn my oil just up a little bit because I turned it too low, but that's up to you. We don't want it too high because that chicken is gonna burn, but I'm gonna keep that chicken going. And also when you put it in the pot, don't top it on each other. Like don't put one like this. Keep them separated. Don't let them touch. That way they're gonna cook a lot quicker. Now for me, I actually have to pipe up my heat. I'm putting it all the way up because I know my stove. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the chicken. I'm not gonna really walk away from it for too long. We're gonna give that chicken about 5 minutes on one side. And in the meantime, yeah, let's keep the camera on that chicken. Okay. I hope everyone's caught up and we have our chicken in the oil. Do we have chicken in the oil? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Chicken in the oil. Got a thumbs up. All right. Good. All right. We're almost there. Oh, I may have turned my flame up a little high, too high. So oh no, we're good. Okay, we're good. Hmm? All right, we have a little bit more time there. And I would say now, if you by chance use your cutting board for the meat, like right now would be a good time to probably wash the cutting board since we have 3 more minutes because we're gonna need a clean cutting board after we get our wraps put together so we could cut them in half. So just make sure you have your cutting board nice and clean and we could set that aside for now. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my chicken once just because I have a really thick piece of chicken and I want them to cook evenly. I don't want to like cook the one side all the way and then flip it and cook the other side all the way. Because then it's gonna taste weird when you bite into it. So I'm gonna basically do 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other side, flip it over and do the same thing once again. And you just see, moms, you be the judge. If you think that you need your fire a little bit hotter, then go ahead and turn up that flame. It's all up to you. And kids, if you didn't get finished doing the cilantro leaves, pulling them from the stems, you could do more of that. Let's see. Yeah, I see some little chefs over there. That's really, really nice. Good job. Keeping an eye on that chicken. If you haven't already flipped it once, you want to flip it over. Okay, did you already flip it? Okay. Hold on to this. And I'm actually going to do a trick to get mine to cook a lot quicker, because even though I sliced mine smaller than they came in the packet, my chicken is really, really thick, so it's going to take forever to cook. So I don't, I'm going to speed up the process here. I'm going to slice it. And just so you know, this chicken is a part of our superhero chicken wraps that's going to give us protein and help us build muscles, huge muscles. So now, my chicken is way too thick, so I'm going to actually take it out. And again, remember, this is the part with knives. So we want our parents to do the part with the knives. I'm going to slice mine. Now that it's a little bit cooked on the outside, and I'm going to throw it right back in that oil so it could cook faster. And this is only if you had a really, really thick piece of chicken that you know is going to take forever to cook. And you just slice it down. Slice. See that? Yep. Mine is still raw in the middle, so it's all good because we know how to trick the chicken to cook quicker. Okay. All right. You can go back further. Go back further. If you have your grease hot as mine, then your camera person is getting burnt. That's what's happening in my kitchen. He's here bouncing all over because the oil is coming too close to him. All right. Your oil should not cause injuries. That's the rule of the kitchen. If it's too hot. I'm just gonna continue slicing my chicken down and getting it in that oil. And we just had someone cough in our kitchen, and you guys didn't see it on camera, but remember the rules. Since we have clean hands, whenever we cough in our sleeves, like, or we sneeze, achoo. We don't ever sneeze in our hands, and he did it the right way, so we don't have any germs in our kitchen. There's a lot of chicken. And after this part, we get to do the fun part, which is put the chicken wraps together with all the items that we have. Okay. So see how the class is doing, all right? Okay, let me do one more trick. If I could find my pen. Okay. This is my final trick. I cover the chicken, but that's only if you're like me and you got the big chunks of chicken that's taking forever to cook. We just cover it for just 2 more minutes and mine is gonna be done and we'll be so ready to put together these chicken wraps. And I think now is a good time to go ahead and wash your hands one more time because when we put together the chicken wraps, we're gonna use our hands a lot. So go ahead and wash your hands right now so we could get ready to put the chicken wraps together. Oh yeah. My chicken is ready. So I'm gonna take my chicken from the heat. Just out of habit, I don't like a lot of extra oil, so I always put a paper towel down to soak up some of that oil, but it's totally up to you. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope we got our hands washed. We're about to put these wraps together. And who's ever good with washing pans, we need this same pan that I did this chicken in. We need a pan just like that because one of our wraps is gonna be hot. Like it's gonna have nice melted cheese. So we need a clean pan just like this to fry our final wrap at the end. So set that aside, turn off my fire. And I'll just leave that pan there so we're ready whenever that comes. Okay, back to the drawing board here, where we're gonna put together our wraps.
Well, you do have a tripod.
Hmm?
So you do have a tripod.
Oh, I think everyone is washing their hands. Okay. For those of you that are finished washing your hands, what I'm doing is I'm putting my, getting my tortilla wraps, getting all my ingredients together so that it'll be easy to put them together. Okay. I hope everyone's back. Is everyone ready to put together the wraps?
No, I'm cutting my chicken up.
Still cutting? Okay, we'll wait a few. We'll wait. Don't worry. Take your time. I'm gonna just get my ingredients and keep them together. And when you guys are ready, just unmute and say, I'm ready to roll, ready to wrap.
I'm ready to wrap.
I'm ready to wrap.
Okay, ready to wrap, ready to wrap. Is anyone not ready to wrap? Let me know.
I'm ready to wrap.
All right. That sounds like everyone is ready to wrap. Okay. So the very first thing we're gonna grab is one of our tortilla wraps.
Oh.
Some of us have colors. If you got the green tortilla wrap, the superpower in the green one is great, excellent vision. It's gonna help your eyes because of the spinach character. If you got the red one, or well, I guess it looks more orange to me, then that superpower is gonna be energy and power from tomatoes. And if you don't have a colored one, it's totally okay. So I actually want my superpower to be energy,
Yeah.
just like the Flash.
Next.
Just like what other superhero moves really, really fast? Name one.
What make them run so fast?
No,
Energy.
a superhero.
Yeah. Talk to her, no?
Flash is the same thing.
What make them run fast?
Okay. I think Batman is fast. Huh? Okay. And
Put on there. Almost 30 to 45 hours.
all right, so we're just gonna mute you guys really quick. Okay, so anytime you go to participants, and then that, okay? When we're about to do steps. All right, so if you have your wrap, put that down. The next thing we need is the tablespoon. You remember that spoon? Where is mine? The 1 tablespoon, okay? And we need our ranch dressing. We are gonna fill this tablespoon 3 times for our first wrap. If I could get the top off. It's a shame I didn't use something for, or eat something for strength, because then, oh, hold on. The problem is my hands are still a little greasy from cooking. Okay, here you go. All right. So I'm gonna, actually, let me leave the cap on, because knowing me, I'm gonna have an accident. So I'm gonna fill it once and put it right in the center of the wrap. Fill it twice. Second time, center of the wrap, in the middle. And one last time, put it in the center. Next, I'm gonna take the back of the spoon and I'm gonna spread the ranch all over the wrap. See that? Spread it so that we're getting ranch all over the wrap. Try not to go outside the wrap and on the table. We're not making mess.
It's like coloring.
Exactly. Okay. All right, so my first wrap is ready to go. And I know that some of us, that we have our sisters and brothers with us. So I'm actually gonna do one more just in case you guys are also doing one more. Falling apart. And this one I'm gonna make green, which is for vision. So one wrap, my first superpower is gonna be that I could see. That's the green wrap. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3. And then I'm gonna spread it all around. And then the orange wrap, of course, that's my energy. So I could be fast like the Flash. Lots of power. Okay, next we need, if you're doing the lettuce or the spinach, or if not, you could skip this part. But I know that my spinach gives me excellent eyesight. So I want my superhero to have eyesight. So I'm gonna do 1 full cup of spinach leaves, and I'm gonna put it on my wrap and just spread it all over. So it's like, oh. Okay. And that ranch is almost like a glue. It's holding the leaves in place. This is only if you choose to do the leaf or the spinach. Or on my second wrap, I'm gonna do shredded lettuce. Shredded lettuce, it keeps our superhero hydrated because it has a lot of water content. So if it's a hot day in Georgia or wherever we're calling in from today, this is what I need in my wrap to keep me cool. Next up, we are gonna add our tomatoes, and we're gonna put it dead center. It's gonna be 2 slices of tomato. You're right in the center. And you know why I like tomatoes? Because they give me energy. All right? Because they have natural carbs that gives me energy and power when I'm tired. This is something that I definitely must have in my chicken wrap. And then we need 1/2 of a tablespoon of the cilantro leaves. That's if you did it. If you don't have it, it's perfectly okay. But I definitely want cilantro leaves in mine because cilantro leaves are good for the immune system. Okay, I want my superhero to not get sick and to be well. That's why that's the most important ingredient for me, at least. So hold on 1 second. I gotta grab me a clean tablespoon. All right, so just 1/2 tablespoon, which means that we don't fill it all the way. And that I just put right over my tomato. And if you don't have a tablespoon, it's all good. You could just do a sprinkle of cilantro leaves. All right. Next, we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of cheese. So you could pick whatever cheese you want. If you have the orange one, that's good. That's gonna be a bolder flavor. If you get the mozzarella, it's gonna be a softer, mild flavor. So 2 tablespoons. So that means we're gonna fill this twice. Cameraman, you just let me know if they're not with me, if I need to slow down.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm gonna toss it right over my tomatoes. 2 tablespoons of cheese. Right over my tomatoes. So I think I'll put the colorful cheese on one of my wraps. And I'm gonna do the other one. But no matter what, is the same amount, 2 tablespoons. Right over my cheese. And the value of cheese is it gives us strong bones because it has calcium. So if you want your superhero to have strong bones, that's why we're putting the cheese in there. Okay, let me run and see how everyone is doing. You could keep the camera on the food. Are we all caught up? Can I get a thumbs up if we're ready for the next part? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. I heard that, yes. Okay. And the next part is our chicken. Now, really, we are supposed to put 1/2 of a cup of chicken, but I have a special way of measuring on my own. So this is 1/2 cup. It's not full, it's just 1/2 of chicken. But to me, I know that 1/2 cup
is about 7 pieces of chicken, or 6, depending how thick I cut it. Well, let's do 6. We don't want to overdo it. And our chicken is going to give us our protein and muscles. And that's definitely what a superhero needs. And I usually put my chicken right in the center, just like we did the tomatoes. And we have the fun part is coming up when we actually wrap and put together the entire wrap. So I'm gonna wait until everyone's caught up, because this part you have to actually pay close attention, because it's gonna be a lot of hand work. And I hope our hands are still clean. We're not sneezing, we're not coughing in our hands. And let me see, are we ready to wrap? I see a thumbs up. Let me look. Let's go to the camera and let us know. Are we all ready to wrap? Okay, I got you, Kai. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. The very first part of the wrap is to put our hands under on each side. Because my hands are big, if I'm an adult, I'm only putting half my hand, my 2 fingers. If you're a kid, your hands are probably tiny. You could probably put your entire paw in there. But basically, I want to fold this so that I have 2 ears. Like imagine this is a big head, and these are the 2 ears on the side. So you're going to put your hand under on each side, and then flip it over. Okay, see what I'm doing? Under, flip it over. Under, flip it over. Then this is gonna take some stretching. You're gonna take your thumb, if you could reach it back, your thumbs, and put them under. Cameraman, if you could come a little bit on this side so they could kind of see how my thumbs are. Okay, so now my thumb is under that wrap, and I'm flipping it over. Meanwhile, you see how my fingers are still on the top? I'm holding it in place. Okay, so thumbs on the bottom, then you push your thumbs up to flip it over. So right now we have a mouth and the 2 ears on the side. Next, I'm gonna put my 2 fingers here. Like your nails, you could go in front of me and maybe they could see better now from this end. So your nails are gonna be facing or looking at the open part, okay? Nails facing the open part. And meanwhile, my thumb is under the back part. So I'm gonna just lift my hand up. And you see, we're rolling it. Lift your thumb up until you got it rolled. See that? Thumb on the back. Fingers facing the open part. And roll it forward. And if you're like me and you happen to have a little extra piece on the end, you could always just fold that in as well. It's up to you. That part is kind of difficult to do. And then just roll it. Oop, I went a little heavy on the spinach. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside. There goes my first wrap. I'm gonna roll another one because I know that's a lot of moves with the hand. So if you wanna try again, here's how you do it. Remember, first our hands on the side, underneath. Then we're gonna make the 2 ears on the side. So flip your hands over, flip your hands over. Then you put your thumb under the back part of it thumbs under the back part of it. And you flip your thumb forward and up. Then I put my fingers down to face the open part of the wrap. And then I use my thumb in the back of the wrap, and I'm just gonna push it forward. Push it forward. Okay. How we doing? It's okay to unmute and let me know how we're doing. Should I show you how to do roll again, or we're ready to try our second type of wrap? Oh wait, I think you're on mute. I think Giovanni, I think he's trying to talk. You gotta unmute yourself there. Actually, why don't you go to participants and unmute them? Or see if it allows you to. Because I see a lot of them are trying to talk.
I was just talking to my mom.
There we go. Okay, sorry, now I can hear you. What did you say?
He was talking to his mom.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, let's try this second wrap. But before we do the second wrap, this wrap is gonna be the one with the melted cheese and what have you. So we're gonna need our moms to go and put some oil in the pan, just a little bit of oil, just like we did for the apples, okay? Let me go ahead and do that. I'm not even gonna use my measuring cup. So I'm just gonna coat the bottom of the frying pan or the whatever pan you have so that there's no spots at the bottom, okay? And then I'm gonna get my heat to the number 6 like we did before. Okay, and this is our second wrap, which is our hot wrap. All right, so go ahead and grab your tortilla. Oh, this one is misshaped. I'm gonna get a different one. That wouldn't roll well. I need a perfectly round one. Okay, let's do tomatoes. The tomato, or the orange one, which is energy and power. Okay, so this one, I'm actually gonna start with my chicken first, right in the center, which is a 1/2 cup, same amount we did the last wrap. 1/2 cup. And again, that's our protein. That's how we're building our muscles for our superhero. And then we're gonna do 1½ teaspoon of ranch, or tablespoon, I'm sorry, which is 1 full tablespoon. Fill it all the way to the top and pour it right over that chicken. And then just fill it halfway the second time. Kanan down. Stop petting him and then he'll leave you alone. And then 3 tablespoons of cheese. So we're gonna fill this 3 times. And cheese, again, that's our healthy bones of our superhero. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of cheese. And then if you have the cilantro, which was the one you're doing with your hands, you're just gonna do a pinch, which is, you could either do 1 full tablespoon, measure it that way, or you could just sprinkle just a little bit over. Now, if you were the ones that did the fried apples, this part is optional. You can put fried apples on there. I usually give them 2 slices each, or more. That's if you did your fried apples. It's not totally mandatory. If you don't have it, it's totally okay. All right? And again, the cilantro is our immune system booster so that we're not going to get sick. We're going to stay well and healthy. So now let's do the roll. Are we ready to roll? Thumbs up if we're ready to roll. Okay, I see thumbs up. Thumbs up. All right. Same. Huh? Gotta mute participant. I think they're unmuted. Okay. All right. So the same thing. We're gonna put our hands on either side of the wrap. Okay? Outside on the sides. And then we're gonna flip our hand over. Flip our hand over. Okay? Put your thumb under the wrap. Thumb under the wrap. And push your thumb up. So we're flipping over that bottom side. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Then we move our fingers so that our nails are facing the open part of the wrap. And our thumbs are right behind the wrap. And we're going to roll it. Roll it upward. Okay? So that's our hot wrap. Okay. And I'm just gonna do one more. And one more hot wrap. Then we're gonna heat up the hot wrap so that the cheese is nice and melted inside. And then we're gonna do our final step. And it's gonna be so fun. Wait till you see how we're gonna make these chicken wraps look just like superheroes. So let's just do one more wrap. Or two if you're able to keep up, you know. And all right, so that we start out with our half cup of chicken. I always put it in the center. Chicken, protein, muscles, whoop, whoop. Then our ranch, 1.5 tablespoons. Mm-hmm. 1 full tablespoon, then just a half of a tablespoon.
I thought it was 3.
No, the 3 was for the other one, for the other wrap. This wrap is different. 1.5. Okay, and then it's 3 tablespoons of cheese. And I just pour it right over that ranch for our superhero to have healthy bones. 1, 2, 3. Then the tablespoon of cilantro, that's if you decide to do it. And the second wrap, even though my apples are good for the brain, they make my memory well. I'm gonna skip the apples on this one because I know some of you guys are gonna do that as well anyway. So that's it, let's flip it. Hands under each side. Your palms are facing up. And then you're just gonna flip it so your palms are facing down. Putting your thumb in the back of the wrap. And push it up. Use your thumb to push the back of the wrap up. Face your nails so that they're looking at the open part of the wrap. And then just roll it forward. And that's our wrap. And the next step, we're almost done. We're almost out in the clear. My oil should be hot. Actually, this oil is way too hot because I'm smelling it. So I'm gonna do something different. The problem with the hot wraps, the outside of the wrap gets cooked really, really quickly. So if we have our oil too high, it's gonna burn immediately. That means we're gonna have a crispy superhero. We don't want an extra crispy superhero. Okay. So moms, for this part, trust me on this. We're gonna eye it with some of these wraps, depending on how hot your oil is, it's not gonna even take a minute. So just get a spatula ready and be ready to grab it really quick. Okay? I always put it down with the flap side down first. That way it'll fry into place. So, oh, wait a second.
No, I don't know.
Not hot enough. It was too hot before, but because I switched pots, hold on. But if I went with my instinct and put it down in the first pot, yeah, that wrap would have been burnt instantly. Trust me. Are your oils ready? Is everyone oil ready for the wraps? Thumbs up. Okay, we got Chikai thumbs up. You guys are ready eating? We're gonna put faces on them. That was the last step. We're almost there. At least save one wrap so that you could put faces on them. Who's ever eating. Okay, I'm putting mine in the oil. Yep. It's gonna look nice and brown on the outside. That means the cheese is melted on the inside. Okay, that's a good wrap. I'm just gonna give it one more minute, then we're gonna put our faces on our wraps so that they look like superheroes, and then we're done. So we're almost there.
That's good.
Okay, I'm taking this out. I'm not taking any chances. I don't want an extra crispy superhero. So there we go. All right, let's get these faces on our superhero chicken wraps. So grab your cream cheese. Grab your cream cheese. We're gonna put faces on the superhero chicken wrap. Grab your cream cheese. And grab your olives if you have your olives. If you don't have olives, you could use raisins. And I can't think of anything else to use. All right. And let me grab a knife. All right. Remember, just our parents have the knife. No kids have the knife. Okay? So moms, you're gonna just slice this in a diagonal. Like not straight up now, diagonal. It's gonna look much better. Just like that. And do the same thing to the hot ones. Slice it sideways. And now, for the kids, we gotta put some faces on these bad boys. So, you're gonna take the cream cheese and you're gonna need something to dip it in. And just take a little dab of cream cheese. And place it right here on your wrap. So close to the top, but not all the way to the edge. And we're gonna take another one, do the same thing. Right next to it, okay? And then we're gonna take a third one and put it in the middle. All right, so one dab here, one dab here. And what's a superhero without eyes? Let's go ahead and add some eyes to the superhero. Grab a black olive and put it right on that cream cheese. Right on the cream cheese. See that? Now we got eyes. And for the mouth, we're gonna ask our mom to cut the end part off of a tomato, just the outer part, and that's gonna give it our smiley face. So just one strip of tomato and put that on the final piece. How are we doing? I want to hear some voices. Did we get our faces on there yet?
No.
Ask me a question.
Did anyone get a face on theirs yet?
No.
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
I got mine.
Okay, wonderful.
Mom.
And you could keep doing that. Do that for the other wrap. If you have another wrap,
Oh, yeah, I have some.
we could even make ones like a different kind of mouth too. So I'm gonna do it again. Put your cream cheese.
This is mine.
Oh, wonderful. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. All right, so one dab of cream cheese, another dab of cream cheese, right to the top. And then one in the middle. And then I'm gonna add my eyes. Oh, let me get a better looking olive, one that's perfectly round. And I'm gonna stick it to that cream cheese. And then for this one, I'm actually gonna make an apple smile instead of the tomato. So I hope everyone's with me. I hope you guys got your smiley faces on your wraps. But here's what. Are you guys ready to see what's shocking about these wraps? Do we get a thumbs up? Is everyone looking at the camera? See how the superhero is smiling? After the superhero eats all that's in this wrap that gives him healthy bones, muscles from the protein, and what else? Immune system booster from cilantro. He morphs and he turns mean. That's his mouth now. This is his eyes. You guys see that? How it turned into a different superhero? All right. You guys want to show the camera? If you guys have any ready, I want to see how everyone did. Oh, that's awesome. Who's that? Giovanni? Let me look. Who else has one to show? Okay. I see Marie's daughter. You have one. I think I saw you show me one. Okay, good.
Hey, Miss Mandy.
Go back.
What did you say, dear?
Look at mine, Miss Mandy.
Let me see. Oh, that looks awesome. That looks like a scary. Oh, whose is that? Let me see. I see one on the table. Oh, that's mine.
No.
Oh, that looks so cool. That's awesome. So you guys, I'm gonna learn. Okay. All right, so
we're gonna close this class, but I just want to see, does anyone remember anything that any of these items do for the body to give us our superpower?
Let me answer the questions.
Like,
Yeah, let's take one because I need.
if you take a bite of the superhero wrap, what superpower will you have based on everything that we put in there?
Take on me. If you mix, talk.
Wait.
Chikai?
You would have super speed, super
Yes.
super eyesight.
What's
What else? And a lot of energy.
You got it.
Is
All
that
right.
all?
And it lets you have, and then lets you have energy.
Oh, I heard energy and I heard strong bone.
That's me.
That's good. Good job. You are absolutely right. So you guys definitely anytime you want good eyesight like our superheroes, you want strong bones, you want strong muscles, you guys know exactly what you need to eat to get all of that in. All right.
Okay.
And before I go, I want to introduce you guys to my best friend and superhero. Are you guys ready to meet my best friend?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Move, kid, I'll move from here completely.
You.
Kenan,
No.
here's my best friend. His name is, huh?
It's your dog.
Yes, he's my best friend. And are you guys gonna help me? I'm gonna give him a piece of chicken and I just need you to help me tell him to sit down. And once he sits down, I'll give him the chicken. Okay?
Oh, sit.
Okay, not yet. We're gonna go like 1, 2, 3, and then say sit down, and then he's gonna sit down, okay? Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Kana, 1, 2, 3. Sit.
Sit.
Good boy. Now you get the chicken. All right. So I thank you guys for joining for the chicken wrap class. I just have one more thing that, hey, before you guys go, listen, can you guys do something for me? Like when on your spare time, I want you to draw a picture of a superhero, okay? Draw a picture of a superhero that you created. And also, I want you to let me know the superhero's superpower. And what do you think they ate to get that superpower? All right. So I'm gonna show you an example of mine. This is for when you guys have time. After we leave this class, whenever you have time, I want you to draw a picture of a superhero. Here's mine. I made mine a super dog, just like my best friend Kanan. And I put that he eats spinach for energy because he's super fast and he chases after cats and squirrels every day. So I want you guys to, when you get a chance, draw a picture of a superhero that you created and let your mom or your dad or your grandma take a picture and send it to me. And I'm gonna put it on my Instagram so that other kids know what they need to eat so that they could be just like your superhero. Okay? All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. Enjoy your superhero chicken wraps. I'll see you guys next time, okay?
Until later.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
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 Thank you, Miss Mandy.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Okay. Bye.
I hope you enjoy your chicken wrap.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.